I can't hear you.
All right, let me do this over again. Salute, salute, salute. Welcome. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, everyone. It is officially week 9. It is elimination. We are in the elimination stage of the season. Uh, First things first. Salute to my two brothers here, Sniper, D True. Salute, salute, salute. It's week 9, fellas. And it is about to get interesting. And it started last night. Salute, brothers.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, chat? What's going on to my big brothers? Boy, I tell you, you ain't never lie. It started last night. How you get your first win against a team that everybody thought was gonna make it into that top 12? Mm,
Exactly.
mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm.
I mean, and for some of you that don't know or haven't heard, there was some fireworks last night, Thursday night football. We may have to start doing we may just have to start doing the hold on. Are you up here? You knew? Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
I'm
Salute.
sorry.
Salute you, new big weekend for your team. Big weekend for your team. It is do or die for the LSU Tigers and the Texas A&M Aggies. But before we get into tomorrow's games and tomorrow's matchups, last night there was some fireworks right here in the state of Georgia. Up the road, a little over to the west, Kennesaw, Georgia. One of the biggest upsets of the season. The Liberty Flames go down 27-24 to the Kennesaw State Owls. This is for some of you that don't know, this is the Owls' first season as a FBS school, and they were winless, and they had the worst offense. Worst, they were ranked the lowest in the nation as far as offense, dead last in offense, and some way somehow they pulled off the upset, probably one of the biggest upsets of the season, and they took down the Liberty Flames. A lot of people had Liberty on their bracket as that 12th playoff team. Wow. Well, this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Why you rubbing your hair, Sniper? What's going on? You look
Yeah,
stressed.
he got some connection issues. He's been buffering real bad. Him
Oh
him
my
and
God.
him and Detroit buffering.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they buffering. Yeah, that's the thing about it. These platforms, they making it hard for you to connect from your phone.
Yeah.
They got it almost where you just about have to be on your laptop or some other device other than your phone.
Right. Wow.
Yes.
Hello. Hey, Super Jim. What's going on?
Salute to
How
you, Super
you
Jim.
doing?
Salute to you.
Hello.
Salute, salute,
Hello. Hello,
salute.
everybody that's in the chat and everybody that's going to come later. Thank you for coming through. Hey, D Truth. Hey, Sniper.
Hey, what's going on? Can
Hey,
y'all hear me better?
Armando.
Yeah, what's going on? Salute, 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 salute.
Can y'all hear
What's
me
going
better
on?
now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
Okay.
better now, man.
I had to step on the other side of the house. Y'all know what I'm doing right now. I'm at my neighbor's house,
Yeah.
taking care of him. Um,
Yeah,
Oh my God, not again. Oh my God, oh
he
my God, oh
froze
my
it.
God, oh my God.
Froze again. Well, I'll go ahead and continue on. And last night, Pitt took down Syracuse. If there's any question about Pitt's validity, it was answered last night. And what in the hell is going on with Cal McCord? I don't know. Cal McCord, coming out of high school, one of the highest top rated quarterbacks in the nation. And now he's been reduced to being the quarterback that has, you know, five interceptions. Five interceptions last night. That's just this man has become the shell of himself. I don't know what happened to Cal McCord. I don't know if it's a lack of confidence or is he. I have no idea what's going on with him. But 5 interceptions, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Wow.
5 interceptions. Well, tonight we're gonna get a chance to see Boise State's Heisman
Mhm.
hopeful Ashton Jeanty. We're gonna get a chance to see him in action. A lot of people have him like number 2 behind Travis Hunter for the Heisman.
Mm.
So he's on the big stage tonight. A lot riding on the line. Uh, Boise State has a loss. UNLV has a loss. UNLV lost earlier on a Friday night to Syracuse, and Boise State played a classic up in Eugene against Oregon. Came up
Mhm.
this short against Oregon. Lost by a field goal. So yeah, they lost by a field goal. So it is elimination. It is elimination time. Somebody tonight at the
Mm.
end of the night, UNLV, Boise State, somebody, one of these fan bases are going to be like my brother D Truth always says, slow walking, sad singing. It's going to be slow walking, sad singing for one of these fan bases because it is going to be over. Their playoff hopes and dreams are going to be crushed after tonight. One of these fan bases.
Pardon me for a second, okay? I'm here, but pardon me.
Hmm.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So, Boise State, what they got going for them is that run game with Mr. Ashland on there, and
Hmm.
I don't think that UNLV can be able to stop that run game just because he's running. He got over almost what 1,200 yards in the first nine
Hmm.
games.
Hmm.
But that second string court, they got a run game at Boise State. That's all I can say is they got a run game at Boise State, and they do the run the pass ratio very well. So,
Hmm.
hey, I think all leads to Boise State winning this game.
Exactly. Exactly. Man, I tell you, hey, they're gonna be in Vegas again in Alliance Stadium in Vegas, and it's gonna be a packed house. Once again, UNLV has a chance to prove to the world that they belong in the playoff talk, in the playoff picture. So we'll see. We will definitely see. So let's go ahead and get into our Q and
Hey,
A's.
before you get into the Q and A's, real quick, let me. I was saying something and I buffed out. If that's okay with you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was saying that Kennesaw State is the third biggest school in in the state of Georgia. Most people don't know that.
Mm,
Their football team's only been around for 6, 7 years, 8 years,
mm-hmm,
and for them, and they were doing good down in there. They were doing okay down there in Division 2, but when they came up here, they gonna get better because now that NIL deal and the governor has spread that money around, they gonna get some players to stay close. And I think that once they once that NIL deal hit for Kennesaw State, they gonna be a problem to reckon with here shortly. I'm gonna tell you that.
oh yeah, definitely. That NIL deal that Kemp has on the table for these Georgia schools. I mean that goes for all of them. Georgia Tech, Georgia Southern, all of them are going to become a problem. Georgia State, they're all going to be competitive with that new NIL deal on the table. Salute to you, Ricardo Obama. Salute to you, brother. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're having a blessed and productive Friday. This has been a beautiful, beautiful Friday in here in the Peach State. I don't know about where you all are, but we've had some beautiful weather down here in the Georgia area. All right, so let's get on with our Q and A's. You knew. I think she had to step away for a quick second. All right, let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and crank it up for
All right.
her. Okay, okay.
Sorry.
I see a lot. A lot of a lot of us got stuff going on. So I'm just go ahead and try to speed this up a little bit.
Yes. Hey, Bacardi, how's it going? How are you? How are you? All right. Okay. All right. So, what did we learn about Kirby Smart last Saturday night? Armando?
Um, right now he's the as far as like coaches in college football, he's the top dog. He did something that he wasn't really able to do last year. He picked up a signature win on the road. He beat the number one ranked Texas team, and I think that's the first time that he's done that has happened with Georgia beating a number one ranked team on the road since he's been the coach here. As a matter of fact, I don't remember if Rick was able to do that or Dooley. So I think Kirby was the first coach to actually be the number one ranked team on the road. No, well, Dooley did it, but it was in Jacksonville back in 1985. It wasn't in Gainesville, so um, can't really count that. But Kirby game plan laid out a game plan. The man is a mad scientist, and I tell you, uh, don't piss him off. Don't piss him off in any game. He has that Mamba mentality, where he will come up with a game plan to shut you down. You piss Kirby off enough, uh, you can't win like that. He's the wrong guy to piss off to give bulletin board material. And believe me, that network gave Kirby all the bulletin board material. The utter disrespect for that man for 7 days last week. ESPN turned it to the damn Longhorn Network. And shout out to Kirby for calling them out for that unprofessionalism, that all of that circus clown show for 7 days that ESPN put on over there. And now they've been eating crow all week. All week they've been eating crow, and I'm loving every minute of it. And every Georgia fan should love every minute of it as well. But right now, Kirby is the top dog as far as head coaches in college football, and it ain't even close right now.
Right, Sniper? Hey, Kevin.
So so I wonder when teams are going to realize. Let's take it back a couple of years. And my dog, I don't like giving history lessons, but you put me on with it so many times. I'm gonna take some of your word and or take your history lesson. I'm gonna expand it a little bit. So first, Florida. Oh, they do the same thing. I mean, you can pass and dink and dunk the passes all day long, and but we got something for that. That was Mr. Cox who said that. Who left Georgia to went to Florida, played that next year,
Well, you
and
took it
what happened?
way back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You took it
And,
way back.
and what happened? And what happened? What happened when Kirby got a hold of that? Put it on the board, smack Florida down.
Hmm.
Let's go to the Oklahoma Georgia game in the semifinals of the semifinals when Baker Mayfield decided to grab his manhood and do the slit across the throat and tell Georgia they were done at
Hmm.
halftime. And
Hmm.
what did Kirby do? Go in the locker room and tell the boys what happened, and they got their brothers together and went out there and smacked the Jesus out of Oklahoma. Had to win in double overtime. After coming back from what a 14, 21 point deficit, something like that.
Hmm.
What I learned from Kirby is what I always known for Kirby. Is Kirby is one of those teams. He'll take his loss, and he will bring fuel to the fire for himself. He don't put it too much on the team. He put it on himself.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, Kirby's going to motivate his kids to do whatever. his grown men to do that he wants them to do. He's a motivator. He's a and he's just a elite coach. He's a great coach. As the Texas at the Texas game, everybody had him on. They were saying he was going to be on a hot seat if he couldn't beat Texas. Well, y'all better cool that seat down because he just went in there and rolled over Texas. I think that people need to stop talking negative about Georgia and stop saying Georgia can't do this. Georgia can't do this. This is not the Mark Rick era. Okay, we got over that hump. Yeah, we still got to beat Bama one good time again, which we already did. We already beat Bama, so we got over that hump. It's being consistent at it, and he's going to get his boys right. He's not going nowhere for a long time. He gonna be Nick Saban and coach until he's 78 years old, unless Miss Kirby says put your cleats up.
Okay. All right. So, Armando, unless you have a pushback, D said he'll be right back. But yeah. Hey, Slam, how you doing? Okay. So, do you have a pushback or anything?
No pushback. No pushback.
All right.
You know.
And that's it for you, Sniper?
Yes, ma'am.
Or okay, let's go to the next question then. What did we learn about Steve Starsky? Look, I'm not going to even try to say that name.
Steve, what did we learn about Steve Sarkeesian last Saturday night?
Starkeesian. Sorry, I can never
Sarkeesian.
get his name.
Uh,
Starkeesian. All
Sarkeesian.
right.
No
Last
T.
Saturday night, Starkeesian. It doesn't have a T in the name, so it's Starkeesian, right?
No, it's
Star
Sarkeesian. It don't have a T.
Sarkeesian.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sarkeesian. Yeah.
Sarkeesian. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't get his name for
What
nothing.
do we learn about Sarkeesian?
Uh-huh.
Yes. What did we learn about him Saturday night?
He's a one-trick pony.
Okay, there you go, Sniper. You can go first.
He didn't do anything spectacular in his coaching wise. He's supposed to.
Oh no.
Okay.
Come back, Sniper. Okay, go ahead, Armando.
What do we learn about Steve Sarkeesian? Steve Sarkeesian is, to me, in my opinion, he's soft. He's soft. Um, you can have all the oil money you want. You can have all the talent in the state of Texas, which you're not going to have that too long, honestly, because SMU is coming. You're not going to have the whole state of Texas to yourself, not even that Dallas area, because SMU is coming, and Texas A&M is going to be a thorn in your side. All right, but he's soft. He's soft. Anytime a coach has to rely on the officials to bail him out, I've never seen a head coach. You're supposed to be an elite head coach, and you running up and down the sidelines begging for targeting calls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I guess Sarkeesian wasn't going to be satisfied unless every UGA defensive back was thrown out on a targeting penalty. Uh, Now, I'll give you Dan Jackson's. Dan Jackson went a little bit too far, but but the Aguero, that was BS. That was BS. I mean, what else was he supposed to do? I mean, we were taught to tackle like that, back in Pee Wee football. What else was he going to do in that situation? And then why are we penalizing the defensive players for lowering their helmets and leading with their crown of their helmets? And offensive players do it all the time. Running backs, receivers, they do it all the time. So yeah, he was looking for a handout from the referees. He is soft. Um, Look, that all the money and all of the bells and whistles and flash that's going on down there in Austin, that right there ain't gonna help you when you run up against coaches like Kirby Smart. And I'll go as far as saying even coaches like Dan Lannon. It's not going to help you when you run up against coaches like them. Coaches like that, they got that killer instinct. They got that dog in them. Kirby got that dog in him. He got that dog in him, and that's something. You notice the difference. You know, if some of you caught the SEC in 60, which came on Tuesday night, it showed how both teams were preparing for the games. Take a look at that SEC in 60. Look at how Sarkeesian was all laid back, nonchalant, acting like, you know, hold on, I'm trying to see if D Truth was up here. Working me tonight.
Yeah, he's up there.
Okay. Down below he's
It's,
camped up, but up here he's not.
oh, you know what? Take it down and bring it back up. Bring him back up. I think that's what's going on with that.
Mm,
That's the old one. Okay, now bring him up.
okay, it's
Nope, it's
still
doing the
doing the same.
same
That's why I
thing.
said with this, they cutting it out trying to hit links with your cell phone. They cutting that out. They are
Okay,
cutting that out. They switching up. They
he's
they
on his
trying to fix it.
laptop. He's
Huh?
on his laptop. He's on his laptop. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But like I was saying, asking for begging for handouts for the officials, that's not gonna that's not that's not an elite head coach. An elite head
Mhm.
coach. He's whining to the officials, begging for a bailout from the officials. No, no, it's soft. Sarkeesian soft.
All right. Hey, Debs, how you doing?
Salute to you, Dub.
Sniper, are you able to go ahead and talk now? Sniper. Okay, there you go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I'm right here. Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we hear you. We can
Yeah,
hear
go
you.
ahead and talk, bro. We can hear. I
Oh,
muted up so you can talk. Go
oh,
ahead.
okay, okay. I didn't hear you. So Sarkeesian is a one-trick pony. Sarkeesian is that coach that do not know how to adjust on the fly. If he's not in the lead, he's not coming back. He's not coming back from it. If I remember correctly, who was the offensive coordinator when Georgia played Alabama in the national championship? That was Sarkeesian. Am I correct?
Okay, repeat that question again.
I said, who was the offensive coordinator for Alabama when they played Georgia in the national championship?
I always mess his name up. The head coach for Maryland, that brother, that
Right, right, right,
coach
right.
for Maryland, he was the offensive coordinator that night.
But what I was saying is that Sarkeesian does not know how to make a comeback. He's a one-trick pony.
Mm-mm.
If he's not in the lead, he's not going to be able to make that comeback at all. So with that said, is he's got to step his coaching game up if he's going to stay in the SEC too long. This is not any other league. You can't just pass, and think you're going to get away with it.
Hmm.
And again, Chad, I'm sorry for breaking in and out. I'm doing my best, um,
No, you
but
have to read
I'm
what
still
you
here.
have to go see what Dub said in the chat. I don't even want to read it. Go look in there and see what he said about
I
the
see.
head.
I seen that. I seen that. I seen that. I seen that.
D Truth, you ready?
The
I told
truth.
him.
You can't hear a
Yes.
word. Can't hear a word he's saying. I sent him another
Yes.
link in
I
his
can
email.
hear him.
You can hear him.
I can hear him. So I think it's because, like you said, he's gonna have to redo the link.
I sent him a new link in to his email.
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me see if we can hear you. Hold on one second. D Truth, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk when I get ready to get in here and check it out. I want to see if I can hear you. Okay. Go ahead. D Truth, talk.
I hear his avatar pulsating, but it's not.
Say something, D Truth.
Yeah, I see it pulsating, but I don't hear him at all.
Yeah, I can't hear you on there either. I can't hear you on for the through the chat. Doggone it.
But you can hear him. You can hear him.
I hear
Well,
him. Yes,
No, I
I
can't
hear
hear him
him.
at all. The only thing I see is his avatar pulsating. That's it. Like he's talking, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, I could hear him clear as day, like clear, clear. It's as if I'm in his brain right now. I can hear him. I don't know why y'all can't hear him, but I can hear him.
yeah, I
That's
may have to have. I'm trying to figure this thing. I may have to have him just call in because when I don't know what's going on. I done sent. Let me try to send him. Put a link in the chat.
yeah. Grab the link in the chat, D True. Try that, and if that doesn't work, then I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
But yeah, go ahead and continue, sniper, while I'm doing this.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Oh, the next thing that I wanted to bring up about Sarkeesian is that there was a post on Twitter that or X, I'm sorry, on X that um, Kirby paid the refs, and that was stated by Sarkeesian. How does Kirby pay the refs when he was penalized more? Georgia was penalized more than Texas was. That's crazy. That is so crazy how you would make that accusation about being penalized, being paid the refs, but you was penalized more in the game than Texas was.
Mm,
Look, I understand Georgia has their um, off field issues, but Georgia is built for the next man up mentality. They are built to go through all different types of circumstances. We don't need to pay nobody. We don't need to cheat to win.
mm-mm,
We don't need to cheat to win. And again, every team that we lost to, every team that we've lost to, the how many times he's only lost 17 times in his career as Georgia coach.
mm-hmm,
Let's look at the big games that he lost at that Georgia was cheated throughout the game.
mm-hmm.
Alabama versus Georgia. Offsides on a punt. Uh, they call offsides on one of our players when he blocked the punt.
Tyler Simmons. Tyler
Yep,
Simmons was not offside.
he was not offside.
Yeah.
You didn't see Georgia fans throwing doggone water bottles in the and on the field that game, did you?
Mm-mm,
Some people ain't got no
The
common
non
sense.
catch on the SEC championship. Ball completely hit the ground, went through Alabama's hands, hit the ground. They call it a catch. Ball just rolling around on the ground. You didn't see the Georgia fans throw water bottles after they looked at the big screen and saw it was not a catch. We don't need to cheat. We don't need to. We need the fans' help only to distract the other team. That's all we need our fans for. But all this other nonsense that Georgia paid off the refs and stuff like that, man, y'all can miss us with that.
That's crazy. That's crazy as heck that they would say that. That's crazy.
All right, D True.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Yes.
man. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first one. I'm gonna let you answer the first one. All right. You knew. Ask him. The
Okay. All right, you ready? What did we learn about Kirby Smart last Saturday night? D
I
Truth?
think she's offline real quick. Hey, D Truth,
I'm right
what
here.
did we learn about
she
Kirby
here.
Smart?
She here,
I heard
man.
her. I heard her. I
Oh,
heard her.
I can't hear. Oh, okay, I can't hear.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
read it again.
What
I
what
can read
did,
it.
what did we learn about Kirby Smart last Saturday night?
Thank you, Armando.
Uh, I'm gonna tell you what I seen Kirby do last Saturday night was he motivated them boys. He got them boys to play and not to get down on their sales about the play calling, about what the referee was doing. He coached his butt off. We found out he could actually he coached his butt off. He got the team together. Hey, got the team together. Say, hey, this is the adversity we got to go through. Let's do it. So we found out Kirby Smart is not only a coach but a motivator, a real great motivator, and a real great coach. That's the bottom line. 'Cause think about it. If it was any other team was with that controversy, they would have folded. Some other team would have folded in that situation.
All right. What did we learn about Steve Sarkisian last Saturday night? DP.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say he was. Majority of coaches, if they see a call that should have been made, they gonna be complaining to the referees. So I ain't gonna say he was begging for a call, but I'm gonna say he got it. Like some said, he got to learn how to make in-game adjustments during the game adjustment. That's his flaw. He got to learn how to make in-game adjustment. He ain't learned that yet. It better hurt. Hey, it is because what you did in the Big 12 is not going to work in the SEC. Because coaches in the SEC know how to make in-game adjustment. So hey, he better get on it.
Okay. All right. You knew. You knew. You knew. You knew.
I'm here. I'm here. All right. Texas should be on upset alert Saturday. Yes or no? D Truth.
I forgot who they were playing on Saturday.
Vanderbilt, man. Vanderbilt.
Yes, Vanderbilt. Yep. And whoever thought we would be talking about Vanderbilt this later this second half of the season like this? Who would ever thought? Who ever thought? I'm gonna tell you, my surprise this is my surprise team of the year. If they beat Texas, boy, the SEC gonna be all in shambles. You know that, right?
Well, you have to start looking at their schedule and who they got left.
Yeah.
And um if they beat Texas, pay close attention now, sniper. Pay close attention. If they beat Texas, um, Georgia gotta be perfect the rest of the way. Because if Georgia dropped one more, Vanderbilt will have the tiebreaker. Because they would have took Georgia's best win and they would have beaten the team that beat Georgia. So Vanderbilt will hold the tiebreak over Georgia. That would be crazy. that,
And think
that would be crazy, man. But
and
they got a tough.
his better remainder of the season right here, my nose sniper, and chat.
Hmm.
After Texas, they beat Texas. They ain't home against South Carolina. Then they got LSU. Then they finished out with Tennessee. They finished off the season with two ranked teams. Who to say they won't beat them two ranked teams? Who
That
say they go undefeated rest of the season?
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this. You said okay, so you said you got Texas tomorrow. You said South Carolina, LSU, and Tennessee. All right.
Hey, take that deep breath one more time for the people in the back.
Hmm. If they get 2 out of the 3, I think they would get consideration for because one there if there could be one team that could slide in with 3 losses. There could be one team that slide in with 3 losses. They would be that team if they could take 2 out of 3. If they take 3 out of the last 3, if they take down Texas, LSU, and Tennessee, man, they in. Not only would they be in, they would be hosting. They would be hosting a first round playoff game in Nashville. That would be crazy, man. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, man. But I you know what? I'm gonna say it like this.
And,
Go ahead, Detroit. Go ahead.
and then 3 teams they do not play. That's that guy that's got one loss or no loss in the conference. Ed, Texas A&M,
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, and Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do in it would rather be a 3-way tie?
Well, if it be a 3-way tie, talking about for the SEC, if
Yeah,
all of them finish what 11-1,
yeah.
um, we'll sit at home. We'll sit at home. Shit. I'm telling you, man, I don't care about Atlanta. I don't listen to me real good, everybody. Armando does not care about Atlanta. I don't. I don't care about Atlanta. So you see, I ain't never really been too thrilled about playing in that place. So I wouldn't lose any sleep if it came down to a 3-way tie between Texas A&M, Georgia, and let's just say Missouri, because everybody else play each other. Is that what you're saying, D. True? Missouri, Texas A&M, and Georgia, 3-way tie.
I'm talking about Vandy.
No, Vandy got 2 losses, bro.
Yeah,
They got two
but I'm
losses.
talking about what? But they got one loss in the SEC.
One loss in the SEC. Vandy would get the tiebreak over Georgia. So that would be Vandy versus the winner of. Okay, Vandy would get the tiebreak over Georgia. Texas A&M would have to beat Texas. So you would have Vandy and Texas A&M in Atlanta, where Georgia going in the playoffs as a 5th seed. I'll sign up for that all day long, ladies and gentlemen. I'll sign up
But
for that all day long. I don't give a
but
damn which one make the 12th seed.
Wait, wait.
I
So
would take that.
I hear you, but what I think, and this is just coming from what I've heard from Georgia players and the Georgia conference. They rather win. Not say they rather they love they win the SEC championship to be the big dogs um of their conference. But the more I think about it, as much as I love the watching the SEC championship, I'll watch another team. I definitely will watch another team.
but fellas, that now here's the kicker. Hey, Texas A&M got to play LSU this weekend.
Salute to you, Agent Smith. That's what I'm saying. In order for this to happen, put it like this now. Okay, so LSU, if LSU, let's just say hindsight, if LSU wins out, okay, they would be undefeated in the SEC. Right now, those two teams are undefeated in the SEC. So if LSU beats Texas A&M, they win out. Georgia wins out. Vandy wins out. You still got Vandy and LSU. Well, dang, Vandy got to play LSU. It would have to
Yep.
be Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri would have to
Yep.
be in the equation somewhere. That's the only way that's going to work.
Let me
Yeah. Go ahead.
let me ask you this real quick, Armando and D
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you knew. So I understand how you feel, Armando, about the SEC championship. Okay,
It's Atlanta, man.
and
It's Atlanta.
I know, but here's the deal: would you rather your team play 4 straight games, or play a game, have a 2 week bye, and then play in the quarterfinals?
Okay, you still playing 4 straight games. The only difference is
You get a break.
you getting a couple of weeks in between. So if you go to Atlanta on what December, the first week in December, okay, that's an extra game. Then you turn it around 2 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later, and you playing a playoff game on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying.
You
So
know
you
that two.
you playing
That,
in Atlanta and you don't have to worry about the 20th.
right,
That's what you're saying.
right. In your logic, it's the same because you don't have to play that Saturday for the SEC championship. So that's but then you have to play 4 straight games back to back to back to back. It's one of those devil's advocate when it comes to that, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's gonna get worse because I'm hearing they're gonna. I'm hearing that it's gonna end up being 16 altogether, where it will not be any buys.
Leave it at 12, man. Just leave it at 12.
They're gonna expand it because the Pac-12, and then um once the Pac-12 comes back, that's gonna be more teams that's gonna be in the equation.
You know why because they want to give somebody that automatic bid in.
And this right here, network money. Money,
Mm-hmm.
money, money, money. More game, more playoff games, more money. That's why the NBA added more playoff games. Baseball added more playoff games. Hockey added more playoffs games. Major League Baseball added its money. More money, man. More money.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. Just think about it. The only sport that had only two sports I see that had that many teams in a bracket like playoff is baseball, softball, and basketball. They see how much money that bringing in. You see what I'm
Soccer,
saying? So
soccer,
yes, that too,
hmm
that too.
making a killing.
Yeah, yeah,
But
and that's that's all it's about.
Remember when the United won the MSL Cup, sniper? Remember,
yeah,
bro? They were bringing not the Portland game, not the championship game, but the game before the Portland. They were bringing out folding chairs, man. I
yeah.
think we had played a New York team, one of the New York teams, and they were bringing out folding chairs, man, for that game.
Well, you know what, and I hear what, and this is piggyback off of what D Troop was saying. They're looking at this bracket like the March Madness bracket.
Mm-hmm.
That of college of all, and I can be a little bit off on this, but I think that's the second highest gross in college playoffs that bring in so much money,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Yeah,
and it and it's real close to college football
yeah.
because you got to think. But the bracket for March Madness starts off in what 64 teams.
Mm-hmm.
68 team.
Yeah, it's 68 now. It was
Six-
64 when we
Yeah,
were,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Because
It was
you
64
got
back
the
when we
play
were
in.
kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Hello,
mean they're gonna get their
Adrian.
money. But to answer your question that you got up here, we got a little bit off schedule on this thing here. But yes, I think that I think that Texas is an upset alert because again, it is so funny. We gave Vandy the formula how to beat Alabama, and
Mm-hmm.
what did Vandy do? Took that formula and went in Tuscaloosa and won.
Mm-hmm.
Formula how to win, how to beat Texas, and I bet you, if I was a betting man, that Vandy's going to take that same formula, rush Ewers, and they're going to win that game tomorrow.
And and here's the problem that Texas is going to have. Diego Pavia is a mobile. He's a mobile quarterback. So there were some plays that Carson Beck just didn't have the ability to extend the drives, so he had to throw the ball away. Where Diego Pavia, I'm sorry, Diego, I hate mispronouncing people's name.
Yes,
Diego
sir.
Pavia he will tip the ball and he will run. He will gas you for like 10, 15 yards. He's like that Sellers kid up in South Carolina, but
Yes,
with
sir.
a better
Yeah.
arm and a
Yep.
little bit more accurate. Vanderbilt ball control and Clark Lee that aggressive play calling on defense. And the best thing that could have happened to Vandy Sniper, the best thing, because remember this man was on the hot seat. They
Mm-hmm.
they look, man, they people in Vandy, man, remember, man, I remember, bro, the man was getting death threats. That's how bad it was getting up there, bro. And the man has completely turned the team around. He brought in a pretty decent offensive coordinator, all right? And he took over the play calling on defense. I think more coaches need to get back to doing that. If you're a defensive coach, call your own defensive plays. If you're an offensive coach, call your own offensive plays. I don't understand why coaches got away from that after the 90s. You know, I remember Spurrier was calling his own plays, the fun and gun. That was all him. He didn't have no offensive coordinator coming in calling plays for him. Spurrier called all the shots. You know,
Uh,
so
your
man,
boy,
huh?
your Georgia Tech,
Yeah. Hmm.
call his plays from the side, running the players in and out.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, man.
And perfect
Hello,
example, what you
Ed.
just gave, the perfect example you gave Armando,
Hmm.
you know what Gus would call his own plays?
Hmm. Y'all was
Then
winning the SEC championships when he was calling his own
what
play.
happened when he gave up? What happened when he gave up the play caller?
Y'all became mediocre.
There you go. Perfect example.
Hmm. You knew, you knew, you knew.
I'm here.
Do what you
I'm here.
do.
I'm
If she
here.
calls my name, I can't hear.
Uh oh. Okay. Miami should be on the upset alert Saturday. Yes or no? Armando, it's your turn.
Um, it's a rivalry game, you know, so it won't take them. I think they'll show up and show out for it because it's a rivalry game. Uh, nah, nah, nah. Miami, like I said, I'm sticking to my original prediction. Miami's going 12-0. They're going 12-0. They will not lose a game until Charlotte in December when they see Clemson.
Okay. Sniper, go ahead and move your hand around for him because he can't see you. He can't hear me.
Sniper.
Um, Wrong person to ask this question to because I have been picking Miami since day one, and I think Miami is going to beat Clemson come December. So, no, they're not on upset alert.
All right. D Truth.
I'm gonna say this right here. I've been grappling with this all week. Mondo know I've been grappling with this for all week.
D Truth, real
I
quick
was,
before I forget, I'm gonna make a shirt that
hey,
says, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. Go
hey, you
ahead.
cut me off. You cut me off. Stop
Let him
cutting people
go
off.
while his mic working, man. Let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go while his mic working.
Hey, I'm like this right here. I'm gonna say yes and no to this question because it's a rivalry game. Miami can't go in this game thinking Florida State gonna roll over for them. Because if they do, it's gonna be a long day for Miami. If Miami go in this game doing what they've been doing all year, it's gonna be a blowout. Though I say yes and no to this question. Because you know how some teams get they think they because a team got one loss in front and the other team just all in shambles, and they go in the game thinking, we just gonna cakewalk this team, and all of a sudden they get beat, especially a rivalry game. If Miami keep their head on straight, Florida State ain't gonna have no problem. Miami ain't gonna have no problem with Florida State. But if they don't be surprised if Florida State beat them. But I don't think Florida State gonna beat them.
Okay.
Sniper.
Um, Go ahead, Sniper.
I D True, I love you, bruh. But I got one name for you, Cam Ward.
Hmm.
Cam Ward again, and let me just reiterate what I said last last week. He is the most calm football player I ever seen in my life. He runs and gets 15 yards by jogging. That dude right there controls a game. Florida State does not have nothing. And I know what you're going to say. Well, one person don't win a game. But when you got a field general like Cam Ward, there's nothing out there that can you can't rattle him. So if you're that smooth and you're unrattled, there's Florida State ain't got nothing. They don't got a defense. They don't got an offense. They don't got a quarterback. They don't got fans. They don't got a real horse. They don't have nothing this year. So for you to say yes and no, and I hear your logic, go and play the game to win and not play the game because and it's a rivalry game and all that crazy stuff. Florida State ain't got nothing on Miami, and there's nothing on paper, and there's nothing that we've seen in the field of play that remotely says that Florida State has a chance. Exactly, Ed. D. Florida State lost to Duke. To Duke, home of the medicine. I just had to do a little pushback on that one, bro.
Okay, since you said that, since you said that, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Yeah, they lost to Duke, right? So did North Carolina. So did a whole bunch of other teams, right? But you fail to realize the games that Miami won, right? They were close games. How many close games are they gonna be able to win? Who said Cam Ward come out there and had one a bad game? Who to say he won't come out there and have a bad game? See, Florida State can go in this game looking at this game like, oh, we're gonna make the playoff. Okay, they come in and try to play spoiler. So when Florida State comes in the game to try to play spoiler, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you to some point. But if Miami comes in this game thinking they high and mighty and bigger than Florida State, they're gonna get a rude awakening. Because you do not go into the game and think you're going to disrespect the team like that, especially when y'all in the same state. and it's a rivalry game. We seen Alabama do it to Auburn plenty of time. And what usually happens? And on paper, Bama had the better athletes, had the better coaches. What wound up happening? They lost that ball game.
Armando,
That
can
coach
I?
of Miami, hey, that coach of Miami better had the boys' head on straight. Hey, like I'm just don't call it like I said, because when they go in that ball game and they head is not on straight, they gonna go in there and mollywop Florida State.
Let me say something real quick, D. True. You said how long can they keep going the way they're going? You must seem to have forgotten 2010 and 2013 regular season. Now, I'm not talking about the postseason. I'm not talking about the SEC. I'm talking about the regular season 2010, where another Cam Newton. You go look at them games in 2010. They were all nail biters. They were all close. And most, I think, out of the 12 games, 9 of them you all were behind and had to come from behind. And y'all were beating teams like 38-31, 35-28, 42-38. Y'all were hell, y'all beat Clemson in double overtime that year. Y'all beat South Carolina in overtime that year. Y'all were winning, barely winning, just like Miami. And 2013. You remember 2013, that game in Kyle Field, where it was like what 48 to 47 or something like that. But y'all made it to the BCS. Y'all should have won the national title in 2013, and you did win in 2010. The one bad game that Cam Newton had was in the BCS championship game. And the thing about the defense, if you got talent on that defense, when they see, salute to you, Common Sense TV, when they see that the offense
Hey,
is
come.
off that day, they tend to step up and take it to another level.
Mm-hmm. Armando, do you mind if I
And
take your words real quick?
Go ahead, Sniper.
The truth. I hate to do it to you.
Uh-oh.
It sounds good. It sounds good. But in real life, when you come to a rivalry game, that is your main purpose is to embarrass the team across from you. I just mentioned to you that Cam Ward cannot be rattled on his worst games, like the game with the end zone when the end zone play. In his worst game, the bro had 200 and some odd yards, 250 some odd yards passing.
Mhm.
I just think that he, at what we've seen from Florida State and what you have said in the past programs that we've done from Florida State is like I said, they don't even have a real horse this year. That's a pony. They don't have what it takes this year to beat any team as we speak. But that's my end of my push up for that. Thank you, Amanda, for allowing me to use your wording for a second. I thank you for not patting it.
All right.
but
But
I'm
go
gonna say
ahead,
this
man.
right here. I'm gonna say this right here.
On your last pushback now.
It's just like this right here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you, just like that BSC championship game against Oregon. Everybody talk about offense. Nobody talk about defense. Okay, the offense can score. What if the defense don't come out and play like they're supposed to play for Miami? And Florida State get in the rhythm. I'm just saying,
What
because the
what
team is one, because the team is 1-6, you don't count the team out. Not
what?
saying that they're gonna Florida State gonna pull it out, right?
Mhm.
But I'm saying Miami guys got to have their head on the shoulder straight. You see what I'm saying?
But one thing about it. Okay, let me go back to your point about what happened in that Oregon game. We knew Auburn had a defense. Y'all had play. I mean, Nick Fairley was he went on in the NFL, had a pretty good NFL career. He had a couple of safeties that went into the NFL also. The guy that played with the Falcons, Threes or whatever his name is, he had a pretty good career with the Falcons before he got injured. Um, we all knew Auburn had that dog in them on defense. Okay, and in 2013. All right. Miami has that dog in them on defense. If they the time comes and they got to play some defense, they got to roll their sleeves up and get in the mud and play some defense, they can do it. They proved that in Gainesville. They got some dudes on defense. They was all over Graham Mertz and Lagway. they were all over them. They look when a defense realize that they got to stand up and get in the trenches and play ball, they will do that. If you got the players on that squad, uh, they'll turn that switch on at any time. But this is a rivalry game. It is not. This is a rivalry game, bro. And this is a payback because Florida State tried to embarrass Miami last year. You see, remember last year, D Truth, Florida State was in the spot that Miami is in right now. And
Mm.
Florida State, Mike Norvell, them tried to embarrass Miami. This year is payback time. What makes you think? Because remember now, the way you feel about Bama and the way every Auburn fan and every Auburn player feel about Bama, that's what Miami and Florida State got going on. They got that hate going on, like Bama and Auburn and like Georgia and Florida and Ohio State and Michigan, bro. They do not like each other down there. They genuinely don't like each other. That's a rivalry. You knew that, man. We grew up on that rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
grew up watching that
I'm gonna say
rivalry,
this.
man.
I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here. Right. Back to that 2010 game. Right. Who knew Oregon had a defense like they had?
Oh,
Right.
we all
Because
knew they had a defense, man.
I knew it too, but nobody was talking about it.
Nick
And
Fairley was an All-American, man.
I'm telling you, Florida State probably is not the defense; it's their damn offense.
Florida State don't got no damn defense.
Oh, you see that some of these scores. They ain't give last time they gave up over 25 points was against SMU
What
in
what
Clemson.
um what but the thing about it is what Florida State does. Florida State's weakness on defense is that run defense. They can't stop the run. Remember what Justice Haynes did to them?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And over there in Ireland, they can't stop the run. And this is what Miami specializes in, bro. They got some dudes, they got some wideouts. But bro, they will run over you. If you can't stop that run, bro, they will line up, man. I'm telling you, Miami will have. It's gonna get so ugly on the ground. Miami gonna have well over 200 yards of rushing on the ground tomorrow.
Yeah, but all I was saying is yeah, if Miami keep that defense out there a long time, it's gonna be a long night for Florida State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they don't have no offense. They don't have no offense.
That's what Miami does, man. They ground and pound you. They lean. They got the big old lineman. They lean on you. They ground and pound you. And then Cam Ward, you got to chase this dude all over the place, man. This dude is elusive. He's slippery. He's hard to bring down, man. He's another Cam Newton. He's another Cam Newton, bro. I'm telling you.
If not a little bit better.
Yeah, with a little bit more accuracy, man. So I'm telling you, man. After what they did last week, man. After what they did last week, bro. I'm very convinced that they'll go 12-0, but I just don't believe that they could beat Clemson on a neutral site.
Hey,
That's gonna be like Flavor Flav used to say. Your time is up. The time is gonna be up. They're still getting the playoffs. They'll
okay.
still get the playoffs. Their time gonna be up when they run into Clemson, run into that
Mhm.
Clemson defense.
We'll talk about that when we get there.
It's gonna be just like Texas. Texas ran rough shot over everybody till they seen a real defense. And the same thing gonna happen with Miami. Miami, it ain't no real defense on their schedule that they got. None of the 12 games, none of them, all them teams are ranked darn near close to 100 in the hundreds
Hmm.
in total defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. I see what you did. Let's
I'm
get to
just
the next.
saying, brother. I'm just saying, man. You knew. Wake up. You knew.
All right. I've been up. What happened to that last push? That looked like 10 pushes for that one. Okay. So SMU has a favorable path to the CFP playoffs. Yes or no, Sniper?
Sniper.
He can't hear me.
Sniper. Yes or no? SMU has a favorable path to the CFP playoffs. Yes or no?
I'm gonna say no because I don't think SMU is going to get a signature win this year. I don't think they're going to have the strength of schedule to get them in to the playoffs. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay. The truth.
I would say they they do, but they don't. Cause you never because this week they got Duke. You'll never know how Duke gonna come out there and play. Then they at home against Pitt, who don't have no losses. Which if SMU why to beat Pitt, that would be their signature win. Cause Pitt is undefeated and ranked in the top 20. That'll be their signature win right there. And by this schedule, I see about SMU
Mm-hmm. Tell about the
one,
general line boss.
two, only two ranked teams they have played this year,
Tell about the
and that
general
would
line
be
boss.
that be Pitt would be the second ranked team SMU have beat this year. So forget about the signature win. They don't beat two ranked teams in the top 25 and on a roll right now. So they 6-1 coming into the ball game. But I gotta tell you, they better be careful of Duke because Duke will knock them out. But they, like I said, far as Duke and Pitt game they got left, after that, they'll have a favorable schedule.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Armando.
they got to go to Durham, right?
Yep,
They have to go to Durham. Okay, and where is that pit game at? Is it in Dallas or is it in Heinz Field?
Dallas.
Okay. Um, Going into Durham, they'll get some cool points for that. Uh, they beat Pitt because Pitt is gonna be they're gonna get a boost after what they did last night. They're definitely gonna get a boost because you're gonna have some teams dropping out in front of them. Um, they take care of Duke tomorrow. Take care of Duke tomorrow night. Take care of Pitt. They got a clear path in there because what's going to happen is they're going to finish in a three-way tie with Miami and Clemson. Clemson is going to get the tiebreaker. They're going to get the tiebreaker over. Um, they're going to get the tiebreaker over SMU. So Clemson will end up playing Miami in
But,
Charlotte.
but hold on before you break that scenario right. Hold on. Clemson got Louisville tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
in Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson got Louisville in Clemson. In Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got to go. Then Clemson got to go to Pitt November the 16th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm calling it. Clemson. Remember, I said this back on when they lost to Georgia, the night they lost to Georgia. I said Clemson ain't losing no more in the regular season. Um, they'll go 11-1, So you're gonna have SMU, Clemson, Miami. All three of them 11-1. Okay. Uh, we could have a situation where all three of them get in there, and
Yeah,
that's gonna because what the committee is gonna do is they're gonna take three teams out of the ACC. They're not gonna screw the ACC over 2 years in a row. They screwed them over last year. They're not gonna screw them over this year. So the three teams, if Clemson upsets Miami and Charlotte, which is more than likely is going to happen, Miami's going to have one loss, Clemson's going to have one loss, and a darn good loss to Georgia. Okay, they went in the Hinesville, beat Pitt. All right, so actually, to be honest with you, Clemson's strength of schedule will be greater than Miami's. SMU's strength of schedule will be greater than Miami's. So the odd man out could be Miami. Because if you look at it now, SMU has a tougher schedule than Miami. They have better wins than Miami. So either all three of them will get in there, or it will be Clemson and LSU getting in. So yes, they got a favorable. Take care of Duke and Pitt. They're in. They're in.
Okay. So it's just you and D Truth up here. Sniper is not back yet.
Yeah, yeah, Stephanie.
Okay.
All right,
All
you
right.
knew. You knew.
Here we go. Penn State should be on the upset alert Saturday. Yes or no, Armando?
Anything can happen in Madison in late October. Just ask Ohio State fans. Ask Michigan State fans. Ask Iowa fans. That's that place can become a house of horrors in late October. Yes, ma'am. Penn State is on upset alert, and Wisconsin is getting healthier and much better as the season goes on. Yes, upset alert.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Mono Dustman. Cause when the last time Penn State been ranked this high? When the last time Penn State been ranked this high in
When
the
Barkley
polls?
was there in 17 and 16.
That the 17, 16, that 7 to 8 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. They better be careful. Cause if Wisconsin quarterback were playing when they played Alabama, know I'm gonna go with this.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't get hurt, if he were playing, if he didn't get hurt, Wisconsin will be could be sitting with only 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
So Wisconsin's not going to be a pushover.
Mm-mm.
And hold on, let me go take a look at see who had actually played that worth noting. You see what I'm saying? Worth
Illinois.
noting,
Illinois.
and only beat them by 14 points.
Mm-hmm. But that's a signature win. That's a good
Yeah,
win.
and beat USC by 3 points, right?
Yeah, a USC shaky. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, hey, the name alone, you feel what I'm saying? The name alone, but you better be the team that really don't have anything really going. That's 3-3,
Mm-hmm.
and and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I say that right here.
Okay.
You got Wisconsin this week, right? In
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin, and this probably will be. I guarantee you, they're looking forward to playing Ohio State this week.
They play next
If
week.
this, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they got Ohio State next week, and if there was any game that Wisconsin could get Penn State, it's this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, and and about 6.5, maybe about 6.5. Oh, I like Wisconsin chances. I like Wisconsin chances, bro. I like Wisconsin chances. But yeah, they should be on. Would I call it an upset? Mm, not really. It will be. Considering rank number, consider Penn State rank number 3, but it will
Hmm.
be an upset. And West Wisconsin can upset Penn State. Never Wisconsin beat Penn State. Penn
Hmm.
State season just about to be over with unless they beat Ohio State next week.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Now I think they can still get in there with one loss. They can still get in there with one loss, but the goal for Penn State is don't lose to nobody else. If you're gonna lose to anybody, let it be Ohio State. Don't lose to no other team other than Ohio State. Because if you lose to some another team, you drop one, slip up and drop one to Wisconsin, and then you got to see Ohio State next week, that's gonna be a problem. And that's when your season will probably be over with. You knew.
All right. The loser of the Bama versus Mizzou, sorry about that, game will be eliminated from the 12 team playoff picture this year. Yes or no? D Truth? Sorry, I was interrupted.
here, I'm here. The loser of the Mizzou game, huh?
The Bama Mizzou game.
Well, if Mizzou loses this ball game, they not technically out of it. I would say Bama need to get more than Missouri does. 3 losses is not going to get you in. Because think about it. Alabama, Missouri beat Auburn, right?
Hmm.
And guess who Alabama got to play the last game of the year? Auburn. And that wind up happening. If that wind up happening, and let's just say, and let's just say
Hmm.
Auburn beat Vandy. Auburn beat Vandy. What would that tell the committee about Alabama not beating Vandy?
Mm.
You see where I'm going with it? What would
Yeah.
that tell the committee?
Yeah, but okay. Let me go ahead and answer the question. All right, so the
Okay,
loser
Agent Smith.
loser of Bama versus Mizzou game will be eliminated from 12 team playoffs. Here's why I say yes to both of them because Mizzou's schedule they don't have any more signature games left after this. That's it. They don't have any more signature. I mean, like high ranked teams left. Texas A&M was a golden opportunity for them, um, and and Bama would be their signature win of the season. That would be their signature win if they do not win this game. So the fact that they got blowed out so bad, what it was, or what like 44-6 or something like that. The fact that they got beat down by Texas A&M. Okay, and then they lost to Bama. That's not going to look good to that committee. That is not going to look good. That blowout is going to come back to bite them. Now, if they beat Bama, uh, then that blowout won't really come back to bite them. But if they lose because their schedule is kind of weak, I don't see them getting in. Bama will be mathematically done. 3 losses, you're done. That's it. Finito, you gone. 3 losses, 3 strikes, you're out. Their season will be over if they lose this game tomorrow.
Boop.
All right.
Okay.
Boise State, UNLV, both of them got one loss. UNLV has a loss to Syracuse earlier this year, and Boise State has a loss to Oregon. They lost to the number one ranked Oregon, took them down to the limit, and it took a winning field goal for Oregon to beat this Boise State team in Eugene. Um, they've had a very impressive year. They got a Heisman, in my opinion, the Heisman front runner, Ashton Genty, on their team. So you knew we're going to start off with you. We're going to pick two, but it's not going to count. Yours will count. So we're going to let you go ahead first.
Boise.
You got Boise.
Boise, boys. Ohio.
Okay, mute up for a quick second.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
go. I'm gonna go with the upset.
Mm-hmm.
It in Vegas. I'm going UNF. I'm going UNLV. Got to ride that wave. No one say got to ride that wave.
Okay. You picking UNLV.
Yep.
I'm going with Boise. And I'm giving Genty close to 200 yards on the ground tonight. UNLV, their secondary is pretty decent, but their run defense is suspect. I noticed that against Syracuse. I noticed that throughout the season. Their run defense is suspect. Give me Boise State. And tonight, uh, when it's all over with, UNLV and then in the entire city of Las Vegas, Nevada, will be slow walking, sad singing. Slow walking, sad singing. You'll be playing this tomorrow morning for UNLV on the kickoff show.
Yeah, honey, it's Christmas.
But yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of that because there's a whole lot of things gonna be eliminated tomorrow.
Yep, that's gonna be so.
That was funny.
When you do your slow walking, sad singing segments, that's gonna be it right there. That's gonna be the slow walking, sad singing theme. So You'll post. So tomorrow is going to be very interesting. The kickoff show. Somebody's going to be getting it tomorrow morning, either Boise or UNLV, and tomorrow night somebody's going to be getting it when we do the post game show. So slow walking sad singing season officially is here. Oh man! All right, so
All right.
let's get ready for our last final thoughts.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this right here. Well, if you got a team that got 4 losses, got a coach through the second, third, or the second year, just wait at the third and fourth year. You're gonna see some improvement. But if you got a coach like down in Florida State, some of these coaches that been there 3, 4 years, they ain't improved yet. I feel let even go on and say 5, 6, 7 years. Let's say 4 years of above, they ain't improved yet. They ain't improved yet. Put it this way: don't you think it's time about a change? And you know who I was shooting at, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
When I said that, Oklahoma State, y'all been in the same boat, doing the same thing, been trying to be on top of the Big 12, ain't made the playoffs yet. Don't you think about time for a change? Oh, I'm finished.
Okay. I'm gonna start with mine. Well, like I said earlier, it is elimination season. We're gonna separate the contenders from the pretenders, and it's gonna be some very happy fan bases. They're gonna see their team move on, and some will be eliminated by the end of the night tonight and by the end of tomorrow night. I want to thank you all for coming out and joining us on this special edition of First and 10 College Football Kickoff Show Friday edition. Got a Mountain West Showdown. I think this is uh, it's do or die for both of these teams, Boise State and UNLV. Both of them have close losses. Nothing to hold their heads down about, but unfortunately, uh, I don't see either of these teams getting that 12th spot with two losses, especially with Army and Navy remaining undefeated. So this will be it for one of these teams. This will be the end of the road for one of them. All right, so thank you all. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the share button. And like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you tomorrow morning. One last thing. Go dogs. Sick 'em. Woof, woof, woof.
All right. I just wanted to say thank you for coming through. Tomorrow I'll have what, 15 picks, correct?
Mm-hmm.
15 picks. Okay. I got to do my best, y'all. I'm hoping I get all of them. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Actually, actually 14.
14. Okay. 14 since I did one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So I got 14 picks tomorrow. Hey,
And
y'all,
yeah,
hit
one
me up
count.
in my comments and tell me what y'all think. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming through. And for those that are going to be watching this later, thank you also. And another thing, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. See ya. Bye.